U.S. pledges more army aid to Ukraine. Peace seems a ways off. Kyiv. The United States promised greater military guide for Ukraine, which include drones, and is doing initial paintings on whether or not to send fighter aircraft, as preventing raged on in the east, with the war about to enter its sixth month. Moscow and Kyiv signed a landmark deal on Friday to unblock grain exports from Black Sea ports. However, representatives declined to sit on the identical table and prevented shaking arms on the agreement right in Istanbul, reflecting wider enmity. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky hailed Friday's agreement as unlocking round $10 billion really worth of grain exports, needed to ease a food disaster. But at the war, Zelensky stated there may be no ceasefire until misplaced territory become retaken. Freezing the battle with the Russian Federation method, a pause that offers the Russian Federation a smash for rest, he informed the Wall Street Journal. Society believes that all the territories must be liberated first, after which we are able to negotiate about what to do and the way we could reside within the centuries in advance. There were no breakthroughs on the front strains because Russian forces seized the ultimate two Ukrainian-held towns inside the Jap province of Luhansk in late June and early July. Russian forces failed to set up manipulate over Ukraine's second biggest power plant at Vulahirska, northeast of Donetsk, and troops tried to boost west from the town of Lysychansk, however have been pushed again, the Ukrainian Armed Forces General Group of Workers mentioned. In the southern metropolis of Nikopol on the Dnipro River, continued Russian shelling killed at the least one person, a Ukrainian legitimate mentioned on his Telegram channel. A 60-year-old woman died, said Alexander Vilkel, head of the Navy administration of Kryvyi Rih in primary Ukraine. The Russian assault on Nikopol inside the south, target of extra than 250 rockets inside the past week, damaged 11 homes and farm homes, cut off gas and water pipes, and destroyed a railway tune, he added. Upriver inside the Dnipropetrovsk place, rockets focused a metropolis and close-by villages, the location's governor, Valentin Reznichenko, said on Saturday. In the northeastern, numerous powerful strikes hit the center of Kharkiv, Ukraine's second large street metropolis, on Saturday morning, Mayor Ihor Terikov wrote in a post on Telegram. Russia's defense ministry did not right now reply to a request for comment by way of outdoor regular hours. Kyiv hopes that its regularly growing deliver of Western arms, which include U.S. High-mobility artillery rocket system HIMARS, will allow it to recapture territory. Russia's defense ministry said on Friday its forces had destroyed 4 HIMARS systems among July 5 and Wednesday, refuted by using America and Ukraine. Ukraine's mayor of Russian-occupied city Melitopol, Ivan Fedorov, said that 2 explosions had been heard inside the early hours of Saturday on the Azov Sea in Kirilivka, in which he stated Russia had moved fabric to keep away from turning into objectives for HIMARS. They was hoping that neither our HIMARS nor the armed forces and the resistance movement would get them there. But an individual without a doubt were given them, Fedorov said, from territory nonetheless in Ukrainian hands. Could not verify the battlefield reports. The White House on Friday announced $270 million in fresh help for Kyiv, saying it become doing preliminary work on whether or not to send fighter aircraft, despite the fact that this sort of circulate could not take place inside the close-to-term. The February 24 invasion of Ukraine has induced Europe's largest battle considering that 1945, forcing millions to escape and turning complete towns to rubble. The Kremlin says it is engaged in a unique military operation to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine. Kyiv and its allies say the battle is an unprovoked act of aggression. Grain deal Friday's deal to allow certain exports to be shipped from Black Sea ports seeks to ward off famine amongst tens of thousands and thousands of people in poorer international locations by handing over extra wheat, sunflower oil, fertilizer and different products to global markets, along with for humanitarian wishes. A blockade of Ukrainian ports with the aid of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, trapping tens of hundreds of thousands of tons of grain and stranding many ships, has worsened global supply chain bottlenecks and, together with Western sanctions, stoked food and energy fee inflation. Moscow has denied obligation for the crisis, blaming sanctions for slowing its own meals and fertilizer exports and Ukraine for mining the tactics to its Black Sea ports. A United Nations reputable mentioned a separate page circa signed on Friday could smooth such Russian exports and that the UN welcomed U.S.